I believe it was fate that brought us here together tonight, Ethan. You see, you've always been my prince, and I've always thought of myself as your Cinderella. I beg you, please don't marry Gwen till you give us a chance. I know you and I are meant to be together. What I'm trying to say is, I love you, Ethan. I always have, and I always will. Do you think you could ever love me, Ethan?
Did you say something, Teresa?
I used to love to touch your hair. Does Grace love your hair as much as I do?
Sam, your wife is looking for you.
Where is she, Pilar?
I sent her to the front terrace.
Excuse me, honey.
Pilar, you are forgetting your place.
No, Mrs. Crane, you're forgetting yours.
You're right, Julian. I never expected to be a guest in your home.
With your husband in tow, no less. Tell me he doesn't know, does he?
God, no. TC can never know.
Never know what, sweetheart?
I cannot believe Simone is going through with this dinner. What's cooking anyway? Oh my gosh! You know, I wonder how long this has been on.
What was that? Oh, man! Yo, you okay? Whitney, what happened?
Whatever is in the microwave exploded. That's what happened.
Oh no, I forgot to take the lid off the tomato sauce.
What is so funny?
Look around here. It looks pretty funny to me.
My clothes are ruined. Look at this mess. Simone, you are in deep trouble.
I didn't do it on purpose.
You're sure the nurse said Charity was sleeping peacefully?
Hi, this is Kay Bennett. I was calling about my cousin, Charity Standish.
Thank God. Do you know where she is?
Excuse me?
She's gone. We're searching the hospital for her now.
I see. Miguel, don't worry. Charity's fine. Maybe everyone was wrong. Maybe my mother isn't dead. And if she is alive, I have to find her. I'm so grateful to that sweet nun who came to me to help me. Still 2 more miles to go. I'm so tired. But I can't stop. I have to get home and find Mom. Maybe I can help her.
Miss Goody Goody is about to become another highway statistic.
Timmy can't look. This is too scary.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Is it over yet?
No, but it will be, Timmy. At the next curve in the road.
Timmy feels sick. Maybe Timmy should stayed home.
Oh, buck up, Timmy. You know as well as I do that it's either that girl or us. I've worked very hard for over 300 years to be rid of that brat. And now her time has come. Here we go.
What is it? What's happening, Joe?
See for yourself. That van just pulled out in front of us and now it's stopping.
What's going on? Why did they stop?
I don't know. But we can't let Charity get away again.
I don't think it's healthy for Charity to be sleeping so much. I mean, isn't that a sign of depression?
If your mother was dead, wouldn't you be depressed?
I guess so.
Look, Charity's fine under the circumstances. And I'm sure she'd want you to have some fun tonight.
Yeah, knowing her, she would. Although, I don't think there's much fun being had right now.
You better get that smile off your face.
Yo, chill out, why don't you, okay? I mean, yo, don't blame me if you look like you popped out of a can of tomatoes. Oh, what, you gonna make me pay for that pair of pants too, or what?
No, I wouldn't hold my breath. I know you're broke. That's what it is. You know, you probably just scammed my sister out of a free dinner tonight, right?
Oh, that is so not true. I invited him here, and he's a guest in our house, and you should be a little more gracious.
To him, no way.
Look, you... Okay, everybody just chill, all right?
Look, I'm gonna go upstairs and change, and then we're gonna come down here and clean this mess. Simone, Kay, I want to talk to you.
Don't worry, we'll calm her down. Let's make this fast, because we're losing precious makeout time with Chad and Miguel before your parents get home. Be right back, you guys.
What is it I'm not supposed to find out about?
Oh, TC, you misunderstood. Julian and I were just discussing the new pediatric wing at the hospital, about how much more work it was going to mean for me. And I was saying that you wouldn't like that much.
Yes, I know there's going to be a lot of work for you and a lot of hours.
But it'll be so good for the hospital.
Yes. I know how dedicated you are to the hospital.
And Julian has also just informed me that he's dedicating even more money to the hospital than I thought.
Yes, it's such a worthy cause.
You won't forget what you promised me, will you?
Oh, absolutely not. You have my word on that.
Calm down, TC. You got it all wrong.
No, you got it wrong. I know you were involved, Julian. I can't prove it right now, but I swear to you, when I find out, I'll kill you.
I didn't do anything. No, you have my word on that.
You just take one more step towards me, Julian, and I'll show you what your word means.
Yes. I know how much your word means, Julian.
Sam, I've been looking for you. Pilar said you were out on the front terrace. Where have you been?
I'm sorry, Pilar. I shouldn't have spoken so harshly to you. You're right, of course.
I'm only trying to protect you, Mrs. Crane.
I know. I was just disappointed when you came out. It's been so long since I was alone with Sam, and I have so much to tell him.
Mrs. Crane, you know there are things you must never say to Chief Bennett. He's married to someone else, and so are you. What you're thinking, it isn't right. It can never be.
I don't want to hear the word never, Pilar. I have waited too many years, thought too many times about the moment I could finally make Sam understand. I can't go to my grave thinking that he's still angry with me.
Let it go, Mrs. Crane. Don't torture yourself.
I can't. I can't. Not when I know that he's thinking about me, too. I mean, our song, it still means something to him, and the perfume he gave me all those years ago, it still has an impact on him.
You must put it out of your mind.
Nothing can erase what Sam and I had. Not my marriage to Julian and not his to Grace. Nothing. I know what you gave up. I know the sacrifices that you made years ago when you ended your relationship with Sam Bennett. I know what the two of you had together. But you have even more to lose now. You and your family will suffer. And Sam's family will be hurt as well. You know what I mean, Mrs. Crane. You know I'm right. I'd better get back to your guests. Excuse me.
Ethan? Well, didn't you hear anything I said?
I went to get some drinks to beat the mob at intermission. What were you saying, Teresa? Oh, wait, this is the high point of the act. Cinderella is presented to Prince Charming at the ball, and it's love at first sight for both of them.
Wonderful.
You like the ballet?
Oh, yes, Ethan. Do you think a story like Cinderella could come true in real life?
Why do you think they call it a fairy tale? I mean, two people from entirely different worlds, they'd never fall in love in real life. Teresa, are you all right? Teresa?
Mama was right. I could kick myself for being so stupid. Life isn't a fairy tale. He'll never love me. Never. He'll never love me. He'll never love me.
Teresa? You once told me you were in love. Are you still in love?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have run out like that. I'm just being silly.
No, you're not. I should have realized this particular story would affect you this way. I kicked myself for being so dense. I know how you feel because I feel it too.
You do?
Teresa, you're in love. So am I.
TC, would you get me some champagne?
Sure, honey.
Julian, what's going on between you and TC?
It's nothing that concerns you and me.
Are you sure?
Believe me, it's nothing. It's just a good thing TC doesn't know what happened between us all those years ago. If he did, he'd probably kill me.
And I'd lose everything.
I know the truth about you. All of it. And if your husband and your children and your friends and even your church knew what I knew, what do you think they'd say? What would they think of you then, Dr. Eve Russell?
Well, if it's not about you and me, then what is it about?
Forget it. It's nothing.
All right. But this is going to be the last time that you and I meet alone. You can mail your generous donation directly to the hospital. And that way there won't be any need for any contact between us. Understood?
All right, I'll speak to my attorneys in the morning. I must say, I'm rather annoyed at the way you sandbagged me on this donation increase.
You'll never miss a penny, Julian. And I think I want you to name the wing the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wing.
Appears I have no choice. You'll excuse me.
Are you having a good time, darling?
Oh, more fun than root canal. This better be the last time you put me through anything like this evening again.
Well, I'm sorry you're not having a better time, but you better get used to it. I intend to see a lot more of the Bennetts and the Russells.
You're up to something. I just haven't figured out what it is yet.
Well, Paul, I thought you were out on the front terrace.
No, I was in the back terrace. Getting some air.
Some air, huh? I know my husband so well. You were just trying to get some time alone, weren't you? I hate parties like this, especially with strangers.
This party is exactly what I expected it to be.
Well, thank you for being such a good sport about it. If it's any consolation, I'm having a wonderful time. It's kind of fun to see how the rich and famous live.
As long as you're having fun, sweetheart, it's worth it.
I just feel kind of guilty enjoying myself while Charity's lying in the hospital.
Hey, Charity's in good hands. The hospital said they would call if she wakes up or there's a problem.
Yeah, I guess it's best that she gets her sleep, now that she knows her mother died in that fire.
And you've been through so much, losing your sister that way. I will not let anything happen to Charity. Or you.
Timmy's worried. What's Charity saying to the driver?
I don't know. Let's see if I can hear anything.
You're walking all the way to Castleton? How come?
I'm looking for my mother.
Your mother? Why? What happened to her?
All I know is I have to find her. She might need my help.
Are you sure you don't need some help? Not on drugs, are you?
Drugs? No, of course not. I'm just really worried about my mom. I have to get home.
A million curses on that little minx.
Tabitha! She's getting into that van!
So she is. We can't let her out of our sight, Timmy.
Ethan, did you just say you're in love?
That shouldn't surprise you. I told you I was going to propose to Gwen as soon as I found the right ring.
Oh, Gwen. Right, you're in love with Gwen.
Well, sure, who else? Now tell me about this guy you're in love with. Yeah, I knew there had to be someone in your life. A beautiful girl like you probably have guys after you all the time. But tell me, is he the man of your dreams you told me about?
Yeah.
The one that's rich but doesn't act rich, who's smart and funny and has a nice laugh?
Yeah. That's him.
He's got money, more money than your family, right? That's why the Cinderella story upset you.
My family's strictly working class. He lives in a world very different from mine.
Don't let that be an obstacle to you, Teresa. You can still marry the man of your dreams.
But you just said it only happens in fairy tales, that people from different worlds don't fall in love.
I only meant that it's hard for people from different worlds to meet in the first place. But if they do and they fall in love, well, then of course marriage is possible.
Is that what you meant?
Absolutely. Don't give up your dreams, Teresa. And once you meet this guy, he's sure to fall in love with you. And that's all that matters. The two of you loving each other.
Don't worry. I'll never stop loving him.
saw your recipe for the tomato soup cake, and she was amazed. She'd like to make it a regular feature on our menus.
Well, you know, that's very flattering, Ivy, but it's nothing that grand. It's a real crowd pleaser, depending on who the crowd is.
Oh, I understand you have a lovely garden.
Oh, well, I think it's lovely.
Then you must see my solarium where I grow my prized orchids.
Orchids? Really? Beautiful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. Eve, I know you felt we had to be here tonight because of the pediatric wing and because you're involved with the hospital fundraising. But I just wish somebody else could deal with the Cranes instead of my wife.
I'm sure that this is the last time I'll have to deal with them. I'm curious about something, though.
What's that?
Why didn't you ever mention that you knew Julian Crane from the past?
Did he ever say we knew each other?
No, but you've been giving him strange looks, and I get the distinct impression that you made him uncomfortable.
Well, it's probably because the almighty Julian Crane has never had a black man in his house. As a guest, I'm sure.
Do you think he's a bigot?
Both Julian and his father. They don't wear sheets, but they think they're superior nevertheless. Sweetheart, what I know about the Cranes, you need to stay clear of them.
You don't have to worry, honey. I don't care if I ever see any of the Cranes again. They're the wrong people for us, TC. And for the Bennetts, too.
I agree. Did Sam ever say anything to you about them?
No. But I can tell that Ivy is laughing at Grace behind her back. But then she invites us all to dinner. I mean, why?
Ivy must have something else in mind.
And Grace is such an innocent, just believing in everybody's goodness. Well, I'm not going to let Ivy hurt Grace.
I don't know what you two had planned tonight, but until Mom and Dad get home, I am the chaperone, okay?
Whitney, you've got to be kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Simone was just trying to do a good deed for a poor boy.
Save it, Kay. I know exactly who and what Chad is. So you stay here while I go change, okay? And don't you go near him. Do you understand me? We'll clean up the kitchen as soon as I get out of this mess.
Simone, we have to get Whitney to stay upstairs. I mean, there's no way we're gonna get close to Chad and Miguel with her lurking around like a warden.
I know.
Look, I did my part to get Miguel to stay here. Now it's your turn.
Okay, what did you do now?
Remember that phone call I made to the hospital to check on Charity?
Yeah, they said she was resting.
Wrong. That's what I told Miguel. The nurse told me Charity was missing.
What?
Shh! Whitney will hear you.
Where did Charity go?
Who cares? Look, you have to promise me you will never tell Miguel. Never. I just hope Charity is out of his life forever. The Castleton exit's next, so you can just let me off there.
You know, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be wandering around at night like this. Why don't you let me take you back to Harmony? You can come to Castleton tomorrow, huh?
No. I have to find out whether my mom's alive or not.
You mean you don't know?
No. But if she is, I'm sure she's really worried about me.
Evil is still out there. It is always out there. It just has a different face. That is why you and I can only trust each other.
I have to get home.
Okay, but at least tell me where home is. I'll take you there.
Thanks, but I'm sure I can find it. Just turn off here.
The van just turned off. Onto that road.
I see it, Timmy. Charity's going to her old house.
But why? It burnt to the ground, didn't it?
Oh, who knows what's going on in that demented amnesiac's head? All I know is we're not giving up tonight. This may be my last chance to finish off Charity.
Sam, is everything okay?
The sooner I'm out of here, the better.
I'm with you on that. You know, I know we both have our reasons for avoiding the Cranes. But like I said before, I still think the reason why we're here tonight is because of you, Ivy inviting you. What does she want?
I don't care what she wants. I have what I want.
We can have a rose garden.
Oh, yes, it's magnificent.
Old roses.
Hey, honey, can I get you some champagne?
Oh, thanks, sweetie. You know, you really should see Ivy's orchids. They are so beautiful. It's almost like being in Tahiti. Sam has a dream. One day he wants to sail with me and the kids to Tahiti.
Really? Well, then Sam and I have something else in common. You dream of Tahiti, and I've tried to bring a bit of Tahiti home.
One day I'm going to take my family to Tahiti.
Mrs. Crane? Dinner is served.
Ah, excellent. Julian, will you please escort Dr. Russell to the dining room? TC, will you take Grace? And Sam can escort me.
Why, TC, I would be delighted to be your dinner partner.
Well, it will be my pleasure, Mrs. Bennett.
Sam? I have much more planned for us all this evening.
Oh, excuse me. That's my pager. It's the hospital. I need to use a phone. May I? Hello, it's Dr. Russell. Oh, are you sure? Oh, I'll be right there.
Eve, what is it?
Charity is missing from her room.
Missing? How could she be missing?
I have no idea. They're searching the grounds and the other rooms for her.
I gotta get to the hospital right away.
I'll go with you.
Well, I'm gonna come too.
Eve, listen, there's nothing you can do until Charity's found. If she's missing, it's a police matter.
Well, I could at least wait at the hospital with you and Grace.
No, look, Eve, I have to agree with Sam. I mean, didn't you say this is your first night out in weeks? Look, just go home, be with TC and your girls. That'll make me feel good.
All right, but you will call me if you hear anything at all.
Definitely.
Of course. Ivy, Julian, I am so sorry we have to cut tonight short.
So am I.
I'll show you out.
We must do this again soon.
Yeah, next time it'll be at our house.
I'd love it.
Eve, will you tell Miguel and Kay about Charity?
Poor Miguel. He's going to be so upset about this.
So will Kay and Jessica.
I'll try and reassure them.
Thanks.
Well, let's go. At least I'll get to see how Simone's doing with dinner.
So have you met him? The man of your dreams?
Yes.
Then you're halfway home. I don't know who he is, but if he lets you get away, he's crazy.
Well, he doesn't know how I feel about him. Not yet.
I can understand why you'd hesitate to tell him. But if he's any kind of man, he won't let his money or his family or anything stand in his way. I'd give up my fortune in a heartbeat for love.
You would?
Yes, I would. Now, come on. Dry off those tears and let's go back inside and watch the next act.
Oh, I can't wait to see the next act. I know what happens. Cinderella gets her Prince Charming, and they live happily ever after.
Oh, wait. You'll need this.
Thank you, Ethan.
No, let me put it on. I insist.
Oh, I feel like Cinderella.
Well, I'm no Prince Charming, but if you'll allow me to stand in for your dream man tonight, I would be honored.
thank God that's over. I, for one, never want to see any of those people again.
Really, Julian, I'm surprised. Dr. Russell, the lovely Eve clearly made an impression on you. Otherwise, why did you up the money for the pediatrics wing?
That damn wing was your idea, Ivy.
Yes, but I'm not the one who raised the stakes, am I?
It's a good tax write-off. And I'm still very curious as to what you were up to this evening.
Up to? About 5 glasses, I'd say.
You know what I mean. You also know how I hate mysteries. So I'll just keep digging till I find out exactly what's going on in that head of yours. Good night.
Mrs. Crane, I think it would be wise to listen to your husband and forget about tonight. Forget it ever happened.
That's easier said than done. Pilar, does a day ever go by that you don't think about your husband?
No. Not one day.
Then you know how I feel. I think about Sam Bennett every day.
I came in to check on her, but the bed was empty. So, I checked the bathroom. I went out to the nurse's desk, but no one's seen her.
Oh, Sam. What if something terrible's happened to her?
Grace, don't get upset. I mean, maybe she got restless. I mean, maybe she wanted to go see Kay and Miguel.
I don't believe it. The kitchen looks great, Miguel. Where's Chad? He probably split once he figured out he wasn't going to get a free dinner.
Chad, I'm so glad you didn't leave.
Thank you, Miguel. Only a decent guy would go to such trouble. I mean, any other guy would think it was beneath them to clean the kitchen, but you knew our parents would freak if they came home and saw this mess.
Whoa, hold on. I only helped out. It was Chad's idea to clean up.
Chad,
Yeah, he did most of the work, too. He was just out back putting out the trash.
thank you so much, Chad, for cleaning up my sister's mess.
Well, now that that's settled, let's go listen to some music.
Chad, you're so awesome.
Kay, we didn't get together to listen to music. All right, we're supposed to be thinking of ways to help Charity get the rest of her memory back.
I know, but can't we think while we listen to music?
Mom, Dad, you're home early.
Well, we got a call from the hospital. Charity's missing.
What?
What do you mean missing?
She's nowhere in the hospital. She left.
But Kay called. They said she was okay.
She must have left after I called.
I've got to get to the hospital.
Miguel, there's nothing that you can do.
I can't sit around here and do nothing. Not when Charity could be in trouble.
Miguel, wait for me. Thanks for the ride.
You sure this is the place? I mean, there's nothing here.
Well, no, I'm not exactly sure, but I think that my mother's here, and I have to find her. Thanks again.
Vanna's leaving.
Good, good. Quick, get out.
Get out? Out here? Nowhere.
Yes, yes, hurry. Look, Charity's headed into that field. We can't lose her.
But how can Timmy and Delta run her down if they're not in their car?
Just stop asking questions and get out.
Oh boy, oh boy. Timmy doesn't like this. Tabitha? Wait for Timmy!
You look every bit the princess tonight, Teresa. I hope you get your prince.
Oh, I will, or I'll die trying.
Teresa, that's what I like about you. You're so upbeat. With positive thinking like that, your fairy tale will come true. Come on, Cinderella. Let's go back and watch the rest of the ballet.
Whitney, I'm so glad you're here. Keep an eye on the younger kids. Is everything okay?
Smells like something burned. Did Simone burn dinner?
Mom, hi. Hi, Dad. You're home early.
Simone, just what is going on here?
We searched the entire building. There's no sign of Charity.
How can this be? She was in no condition to be up and about.
Honey, I put the word out to everyone, okay? If she's out there somewhere, the guys in my department will pick her up.
I just have such a terrible feeling, Sam. I'm so afraid she's in danger.
Where is she?
Did Timmy tell the lose Charity?
We can't lose her, Timmy. She was going in the direction of our house, and then she turned off, but I didn't see which way she went.
It's too dark to see anything, and foggy. Timmy's tired. Timmy wants to go home.
Oh, stop whining, Timmy. We are going to find Charity tonight. This may be my last chance to finish her off.
Mom, are you here? Mom, where are you?
Did you hear that?
Yes. It makes Timmy sad. She wants a mommy.
Mom, it's Charity. Can you hear me?
And we're going to help her join her mommy. And this is just the thing to finish her off